Minute of the meeting on the 13th of 5th. Can somebody move it?
There's a mistake, Chairman, on the apologies. It says Councillor Worthington expressed his best wishes to Councillor Worthington, so I don't know that's supposed to be. We'll delete that, okay.
Alright. Can somebody move it?
Yeah,
Apart from this? Yeah.
I'll second
Secondly, all those in favour, yes? Matter already, apart from those. Page 1. Page 2. And page 3. Correspondent, I don't think any correspondent anywhere, anything?
No, we haven't got anything, so I think it's still the point.
You got to start now, you were the chair.
Yeah,
So,
right.
you know.
Right, correspondence, not with any correspondence, so we'll report on the buttercross. And has anyone got any information on the buttercross?
Yeah,
That's
that's
all.
a little bit of information. The buttercross, as was reported in the last meeting, is completing. And now sitting peacefully in a lengthy grass. The people from Historic England who supported the project in the main have visited the site and is now taken out of the risk register. They're very pleased with the result, and then we'll obviously visit on an annual basis to check that we are carrying out the maintenance that we follow. We're just waiting now for a information board, basically. That's kind of unfortunately, it's been passed in terms of the wording by the Historic England, which is going to be the most difficult one. They've passed that, so once I get some detail from somewhere of the fact that we can now go ahead, and we need to order an information board which will be put on site. The other one they've asked for is the possibility of a celebration.
Oh, we did discuss that, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, what they've said is that to involve them in anything that we do. My suggestion basically is at the moment is there's no way we're all going to be wandering up through the fields to the cross, because now it's the winter and it'll be pretty wet.
Yeah.
And it could be difficult with the weather. So what I'm suggesting is we have one of our volunteers who will use maybe a wall in one of the rooms in the community hall, and they'll put up photographs of when we had started, what the work that was done, the finished product, one or two samples of the notices that we've got that are many years old, showing the way to the cross. And I'm trying to find, if I can find somebody who has one of these things you fly in the sky.
Drone.
Thank you, a drone. If they've got a drone and we've got a screen, then what we could possibly do is on the afternoon or whatever we did, with a small invitation of people on site here, they could see the thing on the screen at least, know what it looks like. Those that have obviously been part of it now anyway. Then it can also be used for the residents of Cheddleton, those who don't know anything about it.
No, I think we had a bigger plan than that. I carried your a bigger plan. I think since the community is involved, we'll take them there. Let's look at it, what our achievement is. I can't see why can't we do that.
It's just because of conditions.
Well, the condition, and obviously we're working in the condition, which is obviously no different than anywhere else. So I think we should be able to go there and have a look. Excuse me, I was going to finish. I was please.
Well, I'll leave that to you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Well, the weather's not good enough at the moment, but something in the summer. We're not certain at the moment. So it comes to agenda item 6, Emma Lane Paulson.
I think Sue wanted to speak first.
Oh, Sue, yes.
So I was just going to say, it would be lovely to get everybody up there. We've mentioned the weather, but you'd have to conduct a health and safety risk assessment, because I've walked it and it is not for the faint-hearted getting up there, in fairness. But I do have contact with the drone. Quite happily share that with Councillor Harvey.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Right then, Himalayan Balsam Canal River Trust. Report on that one. You again, Chief, is it? Himalayan Balsam.
It's the item,
Agenda 6.
6.
What's the?
MLA and Balsam.
Oh, I see. I'm not aware because I was away at the time, unfortunately. But that was carried out.
Sue, carry on.
The Balsam Pool happened.
Yeah.
I couldn't take part, but I know it happened. But it's been rife this year on the canal, and it needs programming in for our future consideration to do it again with the volunteers from
Sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to say the
Hopevale.
Hope Vale, the volunteers came in 2 minibuses for children and helped us to pull it all. But the thing is, we're working on the bank side. When we walk along the canal, it's actually more in the canal side. So I think we discussed maybe getting Rivers Trust involved in using the boat to try and pull it from that side. Yeah, I think it would be more beneficial as well.
Yeah, it's difficult from both sides, and I think also the everything's frigid, for want of a better word, more than ever this year.
Also on that note,
So, I mean, the problem is it's quite difficult with a boat to get into it.
I
It's got to be
understand.
pulled, it can't just be.
They've got to take the route out.
It doesn't amount very, it's ever so easy to
You
pull
can
up.
get in,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. And obviously the children were quite happy if we have any other activities they can take part in, I don't know, picking or anything, then they would love to take part in that. So there's, there's the opportunity
Okay,
there.
right, thanks for that, though.
In the park.
Right, agenda item 7, Community Facility Funding Project. Anyone know anything about that?
Well, sorry.
You have to speak a bit loud because he can't.
Sorry,
hear you.
Community Facility Funding
Well, I'm
Project.
sorry.
I got to pull a bit closer. There's fund, I think there's funding about £2,000 available, isn't there, for community projects?
For community projects, yes.
I don't know if everybody knows anything about that. Do you, Sue, on that one?
There was a gentleman called Mr. Green.
Yeah.
Hill Green.
Yeah.
Got his
Pete,
name.
is it Pete?
Pete Green.
Big Green,
I
yeah.
think, yeah.
Mr. Green.
Yeah.
Same goal.
From, is it from June?
And we did talk about here at the last meeting
I think
about
that's-
having a leaflet done about our footpaths.
Yeah.
So that, we can actually share, if a walker comes and they pick up a little booklet or a pamphlet
That we
from the
could
key
keep.
rooms
Yeah,
or the
I
pub
think
or
so.
wherever.
Yeah.
That we can actually encourage people to walk the
Yeah.
paths. We've got
some-
phenomenal
okay, so,
views
yeah.
and
Yeah,
walks.
through the chair, we have quite a few of them in stock, old ones, which are maybe, obviously the walks are still there. There are better walks possibly nowadays
Yeah.
available, and they're probably tidier and easier to walk.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be a good idea, and certainly if we can get that funding to do it, or towards it, that's great. It's just a matter of somebody applying for it.
That's right.
So that's what we need to look at.
Any
then.
volunteer here?
Yeah, well, I'll look at that because I know what it's about. It's okay. So
If you,
Yeah,
if
that's
you,
great.
if you,
The
I think
if
well,
you
you
find
get,
out,
it's only £2,000, I think, but it's worth having if we can have it.
if you can find out and get me an application form,
Oh,
I'll
okay.
complete it and.
Okay, yeah.
whatever, yes.
I'll do that
So
for
we
you.
can be
Thank you
involved
very
with the
much
paths
indeed.
guys
I was just going to say, I'd be happy to if you've got the money to print the booklet, I'd be happy to contribute
I
to
have-
rewrite it.
So I have printed that booklet.
We're talking about a new one though,
That
through the chair.
It is a new one, yes.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Sue.
And maybe we could even put it on the parish website. There's some of the walks as well, or the walks.
Yeah.
For people.
Yeah. I think they were printed on the original one.
Yeah, updated.
So it wants updating again.
Yeah, okay, yeah, great.
So agenda item 8, survey of paths. Is that your domain, Sue? You're the walker, aren't you?
Well, do you want to talk to it?
What is that, the
The
inspections?
latest, yeah, the inspections. The
Oh, I want
latest
to carry
list.
on and get the copies out as I do, I suppose, and I'm pleased to say those in a lot closer detail. I tend to look over what's been done, what hasn't been done, and then carry on.
I mean, there's a lot that has been achieved. This was updated probably the end of August.
Yes.
I'm not going to go through everything, but ones that I do know of. There's a kissing gate that goes into on the way up to League House, and that's been fully repaired. There's been new stiles put in and replacements for wherever, you know, it has been noted that there's a breakage.
Yeah.
I did actually see a new footpath this week, a new style this week.
Yes, you
I know, I'll tell you where it is. Bottom, I knew where I'd gone. Brun Lane, at the very bottom before you go into Colpitford Lane.
Quite
on the
smart,
left.
that one.
Was that yourselves, Keith? that
Yes,
did
it was,
that?
yeah, it's good.
It's fantastic, brilliant. I mean,
Yeah.
it was manageable, but it does
Yeah.
say walking up the road. You can go up the field and come out by the cottages. But that's been good. But as I say, there's not that much that's outstanding at the moment. There's always at this time of year a lot of strimming, stroke, just general clearing, but it does now start to die away. So
Yeah,
all in all,
pleased to say that the one volunteer that had to go into hospital has recovered now.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
today had actually gone out and carried out some work. So that's pleasing. We're back to a full strength team. And also the council have got a full stock of wood, which is a pleasure. We haven't had that very often. So we've got styles available. We put in a new kissing gate, which is quite smart, where we put those in where we can to help people get through. But we still have, obviously, as you say, strimming. Things continue to grow, trees continue to bend, and obviously through the winter we have to be careful in terms of what happens between, especially on 38, for instance, with the trees by the water, for instance.
Yeah.
We were pulling them out last year, we'll be doing it again.
Has anyone come with any obstructions at all on these right of ways?
Oh,
No,
sorry.
That leads on to that, hasn't it?
just going to say, there were two ongoing things. One was at the bottom of Park Lane where you can walk down into the canal. That was reported as had all broken down, but it was identified that it was Canals and River Trust's bid, not ours.
Yeah.
And they have replaced that, and I've got photographs to prove that Gwen sent me those photographs. And the other one that's only, Keith, you may know something about this, it goes through Colford Farm, and somebody from county is rerouted to go across the field and down through the farm out onto Colpitford Lane. The path was, you walk across the top of the field at the bottom of the wood and come out into Colpitford Lane, and then walk less than 100 yards, and you can carry on down and across onto the other walkway. But county have put in this new style, and the owner of the farm contacted me, and it is extremely dangerous that farm is a busy working farm.
Exactly.
You know, cows going everywhere and silage time.
Tractors,
It's not a
It's pedestrians
clever
and that sort of
rerouting
thing.
again. That was the original, but it was rerouted out of that. For some reason, they put a brand new style in to go back into the farm, which I don't understand. But you did complain about that, didn't you?
Yes, it'll be in the hands, and again, it won't come on to me again, but we have Scott, who's our chap who's responsible now for this area, for the pathways from Stafford, basically. He's the man in charge of how things should operate. So we'll get on to him. Scott's a Crawford.
So we'll look at that one.
He is local, and all I have to do is email him, which I'll do again.
Okay, thank you. Right, DP Country Park.
That's normally
Went to
Gwen,
water,
but
it.
she hasn't,
She's not here, is she?
Yeah,
she hasn't offered any information.
Not sent you any information?
No.
No. Right, so the playing field, that's down to you, Robert. Is it you the one who reports on the playing field?
All I can say is I made a plan of all the seating up there, and up to now we've lost 5 of them through damage.
Yeah.
We've had 3 recycle seats and 1 all wood, all paid for and fitted. I've got a complaint about Steve Bellings. He wants to know, who does he ask for the work?
Sorry.
What's wrong with the
He
chairman?
asked to me, huh?
Yeah.
I speak to him regularly.
Well, last time he spoke to me, he was in mid-air somewhere because he didn't know what to do in case it was the wrong price or the wrong way.
I did speak to him yesterday, I speak to him today 3 times. and speak on a regular basis.
Yeah, I was going to say, we have actually had a little meeting, well, I did partly attend with Councillor Rogers and Councillor Hall.
Yeah,
And
I actually met the chap on site because obviously they have to know where to go or to go to. So I met the chap to find out if we could as volunteers do anything.
helping, yeah.
But obviously I had a good walk around the park as well, because one of our other colleagues was going to do that, but I think he's forgotten. We had a good look around the park, and what I gave Steve Village was the priorities. Priorities in terms of safety, which was the...
Yeah, I think Sue's done, yeah, Sue's
We've got the
done.
details anyway. And I asked him to carry on with those. He's not about where he got the materials from, he knows where to get the materials from,
Yeah, he's doing
he knows what he's got to do, so he's got several weeks' work, so I would
Yeah.
suggest.
He started, yeah.
He has started.
Yeah.
So really, it's just a matter of when we sort out who does what, and where, he'll get his instructions
Yeah, and then
again.
he's-
In the meantime, he's working.
Yeah, and he's rang me, and then I spoke to
If they've
Tom,
spoken to
yeah,
me,
and you
and
speak to
I
him,
didn't
so
want to
I think
just,
that one's actually, well, we have maybe.
I didn't want to just
touch base on
order
that
it,
one,
Steve.
so it is,
Mm.
you know what I mean?
But you may obviously
actually
get,
promised.
uh,
If you need it.
request for payments for wood, etc. from our contractors, but it's nothing excessive.
Right.
And he has started then.
number.
One last thing,
So,
Sorry, anything else on the playing
there
field?
was an extra seat outside, does anybody know where it's gone?
outside there, so here. Oh, I don't know.
The recycle seat?
No, we'll have to ask the caretaker.
They will
won't we?
see, yeah, I think I will ask Steve, I will find out for you, okay?
Oh, we don't know what's told it.
No, because initially we got it within this shed here, and that shed gonna be redone. I don't know
Oh,
if
it's
it was
sitting
on-
outside there, yeah?
So it must be, I don't know whether outside, but I will ask him tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll try and find
I
out.
think through the chair, on the park in general, it was disappointing. I think it's disappointing because we obviously are not spending sufficient cash or money or whatever to keep it up to standard. And if we don't, it will continue to deteriorate. I'm not happy to do that, and I will be reporting back to this committee, and obviously from that to this committee to the main council, to make sure that sufficient funding to at least maintain it, if not improve it. But we're not doing anything at this moment in time to stop the rot, if I can describe it.
I think now, go on, Sue. Sue.
Well, I
Go on,
was just
Sue.
going to say, I printed off 3 reports that have been circulated,
Yeah, we've all had them.
Yeah.
and
Yes.
Yeah,
you know, it's playing fields, and it's not just ours
Yeah.
here in Cheddleton. I'll be
No, it's
possessive then,
three.
but it includes Tollbar and the one in Weckley Rocks,
yeah.
Yeah.
off Randall's Lane. But there is a colour-coded warning message in all 3 documents, which basically says, well, this is low risk, but really needs doing, and it then progresses. But there are some significant issues, particularly for Grange Road, that need
Yeah.
some attention and
And
funding,
I think some of the
specifically
things-
from the reports that
Yeah.
have just been
Well,
submitted.
these are the insurance inspections, aren't they?
Yeah, and some of them are what we've already picked up on, guys, aren't we?
Yeah,
So
and they're
I was going
cross-referenced.
to suggest to everybody, I don't know how you feel about this, but we give a copy to Steve and let him work on the
Well,
high one.
well, personally, I would suggest,
Okay,
it's too complex.
he's a silly person.
I'm not suggesting yes, I suggest you spend more time repairing rather than reading. But I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm just saying, if we list the priorities,
Yeah, that's
follow
fine.
the codes, and get those done first.
Well, he
and then
started
people
them, you
will
see,
start.
on some of
And
them.
just split it down
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah.
It's like everything
We
else.
do the basically, is it the mid?
Yeah, it's
Mid-risk.
the
The
mid-risk
mid-risk.
ones
The-
are a
we
bit
need-
of an issue.
And one of them is the
Yeah.
spring,
Well,
which
it's
is
a bit
already
like
started to work
it's an
on.
elephant again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's do a bit of a chunk at a time. and
I
then
think
we
he
can
needs
get
to
it done.
concentrate on the children's small playing area.
If I may
Yeah.
speak about,
Yes, sorry.
because it's all right you find out, but then I want to know the cost. Because
Yeah.
obviously, just give
Well,
somebody
I
a blank
think
check.
Oh,
and
we'll
then-
report the
Yeah.
cost to the full council. Mr.
Yeah.
I will do that, but
Yeah.
all I'm saying is I don't want you to turn out to give it this one, or you can carry on doing
No,
it.
well, that's why I asked you about strimming,
Strimming, yes.
and,
Yeah,
So
well,
I don't wanna be,
It's a
yeah,
very-
that's why I
something
checked with
it's
you.
a very low
Yeah.
budget
Yeah.
for a very
It's a
large
budget.
park.
Yeah,
Well, thank you for pointing those out, Sue, anyway,
Yeah.
it's very useful, because there's a lot of reading there.
Yeah,
There is, it's probably been colour-coded.
well, that's why I did it in
Yeah.
colour, because it actually highlights.
So you
And
need
there
to
are
speak
issues
to
in
people
land
to
use
get
as
together
well.
and do
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
Well, I think as long as you're happy that he knows what he's got to do.
Yeah.
And he isn't just left.
Well, I think
His
it's
own
started
devices
with the
is
small
important.
children.
Well, he's the landsman, he's
Yeah.
keeping us going.
Well, he goes through with me now, see, I talk
Yes,
to
I
him.
know, but you're a busy man as well, so.
Well, at
yeah.
the
But
moment,
we try to
un-
support you.
under the
Mark, and-
circumstances,
yeah.
we're very busy,
Yes.
circumstances.
But we can take care of this without having to put it, I think there's a list there, enough to last somebody 12 months.
So we need to get together on that then, don't we?
The park needs help.
Could I make a proposal
Yes,
that,
Sue.
you know, this committee can be very effective, and this is an organisational process that needs just some guidance.
Yeah.
And maybe it doesn't need to come to a full meeting or extra meetings or whatever, but could consideration be given to 2 or 3 people from this footpath meeting to steer Steve as the linksman?
Yeah.
You know,
'Cause I think
obviously be
some of them
mindful of
started.
budget issues and spend,
Mm.
but I really think that this needs to be taken and treated as a separate entity without being cumbersome on everybody.
I think it will be treated as a separate, but if you, that's already highlighted, those who are, want to do it, you know. If you highlight them, and then obviously I can go through with them as well myself to say, yeah, these want to do it, and then give me the time scale as well.
I think he has started one of the Northeast because the little spring chair was really poor. So he has started that one.
Well,
He's
it's health
started
and,
to clear
if it's
the
an health and
tennis
safety
courts,
issue, he's going to do it,
which
isn't
is
he?
looking really good.
Those are the important ones,
Yeah.
anything with a health and safety issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all listed on that basis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, thanks though, Sue, for that, it's very useful. Right,
Can I
brainstorm.
just come back to the
Yeah.
fact that I propose that a smaller group actually focus on it rather than.
Well, Mr. says he'll negotiate with on our behalf, if that's okay with everyone.
Well, basically, I want to do the costs, really. I just want no one give a blank check, because I don't want to be accused of either. I just want to
Yeah,
look
we
at it,
understand that,
and
yeah.
if you just tell her roughly, and then
So-
we'll come back.
Well, it can be
Do
the
you want
chair,
us to do a small group and then put what's together and come back?
Well,
Liaise with Steve and then get the prices and come back to you,
yeah.
Matthew, so
Well,
you-
if it's the chair and vice chair and yourself, so
Yeah.
that'd be a good idea.
You should have a priority, which one is it do first?
and Keith.
Can everyone agree on that one or not?
Keith's
Can you, would you like to just repeat it, because I think.
Yeah, I'd say the chair, the vice chair and yourself, that's a small enough group to decide, we don't need to waste money, are we? It's
Has
taxpayers' money.
Steve have you got some chaps that you could help if we needed them? Keith, or doesn't that come
Well,
into
they don't
it?
actually live in the region.
Oh, no, they don't do
I'm not going to put the park on top as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine,
Yeah,
yeah.
at the end of the day, you're going to have to.
Well, you've got your landsman, he's there for a reason, so let's use,
Well, if it's
let's
too
use
much,
him.
then we need to find help for it,
Yeah,
obviously, yeah,
It's got to be done anyway.
yeah.
And is the Grange pond still working all right?
Yeah, I think that's okay, yeah, it's been repaired, hasn't it, the style and
Yeah.
everything's been
Yeah.
repaired.
Okay.
That
I
brings
think
us to-
sorry, no, I was
Sorry.
looking at the other part.
no, the pond,
Oh, the pond, yeah, no,
Yeah.
the pond wanted the fencing correct, because it's set unsafe. So that's one of the priorities that
Yeah.
Steve's got.
is that what he's
And he's
doing?
told to buy the materials.
Right.
So that's.
It's not a lot of money.
No, there's no problem on that, because I've seen the fund as
But
well.
the style's been repaired, hasn't it?
Yes.
That's been done, that's,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
And maybe at some point, when is the proper time to have it thinned out, maybe, which is not now, obviously, but when the tadpoles and whatever else have gone in the future, we have
Branches
something.
and things, yeah.
A bike, I did get a bike
Bike.
out, we had to get a bike out of
Yeah,
there, but
we-
yeah,
In the summer.
yeah,
Right, that brings us to agenda item 13, and that's the Bridgie. Val's going to take over, Val Corn's going to take over as secretary. So I've given her all the paperwork, she's going to arrange a meeting of the Caution Land Charity,
alright,
where that'll be discussed. But also had a meeting with Henry Hope, the Reverend of St. Edmunds. And he doesn't want us to sell the bridge anymore, he's going to look for other ways of raising funding.
I think we can
Yeah.
suggest something,
Yeah.
we've been bouncing this idea
No,
around.
because
it.
when we had a meeting with I was there,
Mm.
I straight away passed the message to Sue, I'll ring you about the bridge, right? That's as far as I'm concerned, that I'm going to be sold, right? And then a second time I'll ring you as well. Can you remember that? Okay. So, all I'm saying to you, because of this one is whatever, is when the meeting, no doubt you haven't decided when we're going to have the meeting, sir?
No, when Val's free, she's sorting the paperwork out now, as we speak.
But I think it's a long time is due now, because obviously people are interested in, they came here last time, they came here before, and I think he wants putting on the agenda as soon as
Well,
possible.
When the clerk's able to call the meeting, it'll be in this month anyway.
I think the public.
Well, you can say what you want to, Bruce, I've told you, Val's got the paperwork, I've told the board meeting in October, so we're having a meeting in October, but I can't give you the classified date yet.
Okay.
End of story. Sorry.
I was just going to say, we had talked about a way of bringing the community into using that area, and this is where I'm looking at Keith. Because I know the school does like, they do a big cross and it's done with forest foam, and then children every day bring a flower and it looks fantastic. So maybe at some point when if we can have a look at it and see if we decide if we can do anything, we could do something similar to that and bring the school children in, help the whole team, and do some flowers and then put it on and do a bit of a wild person.
Well,
Just for people to go and look at it, not actually.
Ask us for the referee, see.
That's later in the future.
No,
Yeah.
I'm going to suggest something. Because interest of the community, right, we should highlight that place up, and at the moment, when we see last several times before, he said nobody goes there. Make sure that place is being used for the community.
Yeah,
Simple
they
as that.
will be on it.
And then we I think we get together, raise some funds or something like that, have it, get together, invite them there, and when a nice day or something, and discuss what we should be doing in that place, because that place is very valuable, and we want to keep it along, rest assured, I mean,
I just think it would be nice if people just to wander and have a
Yeah,
look
that's
and
very
then
nice,
I mean, there were
children,
well
the old
dressings in 2017, 18 and 19.
Yeah, it's just a shame it's not facing the right way. If it was facing the road, more people would know about it. Unless you're born in this village, many people will know about it.
It's just a thought to bring the school children in to learn a bit about the history and
good
what
idea.
they've got about, even the buttercross and things.
I've lost it.
I think the more they're more involved, the more likely is to grow up and look after the place.
Oh, thank you, guys. Oh, yes, lovely.
There's two cheats.
Yeah, I'm sure we could train us to do that.
Item 4 to 14, right, and anything for the
That's
agenda,
Keith.
young man?
Board agenda items, Keith?
No, nothing on the agenda items other than, as I pointed out at the main council. Again, I think our team here, which can be effective at times, and needs to be, could make sure that we are sharing the work and given responsibilities. I'd like to see responsibilities on the minutes, for instance, when we make a decision or when we've noted it or whatever it is, an initials put by. Whose responsibility is it to do it?
Yeah.
And then at least people will reflect the minutes, so it was their job to get it done.
Yeah.
We're not doing that, and as such, it just sort of floats. Yeah, I know it floats in your direction in the main, it should be shared. So I'll just make the point being, to make our structures right.
So if you have to
Thinking on agenda, anything?
No, Chair.
Nothing?
Sorry, I wasn't
Sorry.
addressing the Chair.
Well,
Robbie?
No.
I've just suddenly forgot something, sorry guys, to do with playing fields. The zip line,
Well,
whether we could
that's
actually,
one
I
of
think
the
I've been told to
dodgy
speak to
ones.
Robbie about,
similar.
so maybe we could look at that then. You would know all the technical
What's the
information.
committee's thoughts on that? Zip line, while
Well, we're thinking of trying to get it replaced, but obviously if we can get the quotes.
Yeah, but it's always getting damaged, isn't it? That's the problem, isn't it?
Well, I think it's just because parents go on with the children sometimes and it won't take the weight right, so.
I mean,
It's a natural thing that
it's a
people
hazard
do,
at the
isn't it?
moment in that document.
Yeah, so that is something that's going to be looked at by
Well, I've
us.
got to go on the full council agenda then.
You will. if you've got any info, that would be great.
It'd be part of the exercise to put maybe notice to that effect
Yeah.
in the right place.
Well, we'll make sure it goes on the full council agenda then, see what we're going to do with that. Whether we're going to take it out or replace it or whatever.
I think we should replace it, I don't know, because people have asked about it, to be
Have
fair.
they?
They
Right.
call it something different, they're flying something. Flying tiger, I don't even know what they're on about. It's about, yeah, it's supposed to zip line to us, but
You
yeah.
probably can't spell zip.
So, no, it's just terminology, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm hoping when it comes to
Actually,
the date next week, I hope we can get
Isn't
something
that
sorted.
true? Do you want any?
Yeah, Sue, that's Sue.
No, Fattens.
Oh, that's Sue. Is that
I'm learning, this is my first meeting, so
Obviously,
Well,
we
they change
can't
the
really
word.
choose the date of the next meeting until we try and get this clerk role sorted out really, because it's been a bit of a pain.
Yeah, we
hasn't
sort
it?
of did this off the cuff, didn't we, to be fair?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
To try and get one in.
But thanks everyone for attending anyway, and the members of the public for their interest.
I think everybody around the table on this project anyway, or this particular section's got enough work to get on with anyway, which is
Yeah.
good.
But you should have a date though.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, that, you know, we're not struggling for
We can't just leave it.
something to do.
No.
But we have a date in the calendar, don't
We do indeed, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but we've not been able to stick to these things, have we, because of having the right person
When is
to
the next
lead the
one?
meeting.
we? Do you know what? I
I
should
was
have
thinking, I
looked.
know, I
November?
this morning, sending a drink or something.
Well, we got
I think
right
it's
person.
November,
You're the
about
right
the
person.
11th of
Okay.
November.
You've got the dates
Off
in
the
the
top of
week.
my head.
You've got the calendar with you.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Has anyone got the calendar with them?
Um,
Sue?
I can get it.
Savvy with that one.
I'm sure it's, I don't think I've got it printed.
Oh, we'll give us a date soon, we'll provisionally put that in.
I'm sure it's
Hopefully we're
in there.
sorted by the clock then.
I can find it fairly quickly.
So 8 weeks from now.
Would that be
Probably
the 11th of
December.
November? Pull that out of my little photographic memory here. Hold on. Parish calendar, hang fire. There's nothing in it. No, I can't find it quickly enough. But I had a photograph.
It's only a few hours away.
Oh yes, got it.
Yeah, go.
What month are we now?
October.
October.
Footpaths, 11th of November.
There you
I
go.
should trust my instincts.
Well done. So
And it's for
provisionally,
the
provisionally,
Community Centre, Cheddleton Community Centre
Yeah.
Management Meeting and the footpaths on the 11th of November.
right, thanks you. So that's the date provisionally set then, hopefully we won't get sorted by then.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
All of this is, well, because it should have been on the public question time as
Yeah,
well.
I think it's,
So really, if anybody wanted to say something.
I've got a quick question, very quick one. When you're talking about replacing styles, is there any scope for those styles to be actually replaced with gates, gated access, or is it to do with livestock?
I can answer that
Go
one.
on, Keith.
Fairly easy. The farmer won't be happy with a gate.
Won't.
No.
Okay, somebody will leave it open.
Walkers always leave it
Yeah.
open. I have a
Okay.
walker, or was, and probably I left them open as well. It is dangerous for the farmer.
Yeah.
The farmer prefers a stile or a kissing gate. But what we're now putting in are self-closing gates.
Yeah, because there's one that's been done recently, and
Yes.
when I went through, normally you
It
climb
shuts.
over a start and it just shuts
That's right.
and clicks, and, and it's
Well,
great.
you'll-
It's
yeah.
dog
You'll
walkers,
find-
it's brilliant, you know.
As the styles deteriorate, in a lot of cases we will put in self-closing gates,
Mhm.
which the farmer likes as well.
Yeah, okay.
we've got
And the cows haven't worked out how to open it.
Yeah. It should be
Yeah.
Young, sorry.
Sorry.
Okay.
Chairman, about Bridge Eye,
Yeah,
could I just mention two things? One is, when you get the next date of the meeting, would
Yeah.
you publicise that,
Yeah.
please? And the second one, you discussed about getting people to use Bridge Eye.
yeah.
And at the moment, it's got a low bench and 2 swings and a goalpost. Is there something that we can take to the Cautionary Lands charity if it's their responsibility in terms of putting a picnic bench or something like that? We have had an offer of free furniture whilst this business has been going on discussing about Bridge Eye. So if you
Well, the
wanted,
parish council rent it off the Cautionary Lands Charity.
right, so it's parish council, so this committee
Yeah,
then,
well, the full council can decide that.
right. So, but what I'm saying is, if there's no cost to the council, isn't that better? If we've got a
No,
donator?
if someone's prepared to offer something, that's very good.
I think,
Every time.
Yeah.
So,
I think that this offer, what you're saying is nice to have that offer, and we will have our utmost all together as a community and as a parish council as well,
Mhm.
install whatever, got there. And
I mean,
then-
even just another seat across the other side to the
I
opposite
will
side would
agree
be
with you
good.
110%, and matter of fact, next meeting when we have, we can get it through. to
That's the agenda.
Thank you.
Okay.
It'd be nice,
Anybody else want to?
it'd be nice if we
Yes,
could get
sir.
that for all the parks, by the way.
Oh, I don't think I could do that.
Try and sell them all, perhaps you will.
Yeah, I don't know if it's one for this meeting or for the full council. But I'm just interested in the applications that the parish council's made to get new paths onto the definitive map. That's looked after by the county council, the definitive map is, and we have 8 outstanding requests to either new paths or changes to paths. And the oldest of these is from 1995.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think, if you don't
No,
understand,
no, carry on. Yes.
from my point of view, this is why we've now got a paths countryside officer in the area. We didn't have one at one time.
Yeah.
The chap, his name's Scott Crawford, and if you have a query, he is the man to talk to. I mean, I can talk to him on your behalf,
Yeah.
or you can do it directly.
Yeah. I've actually questioned the council, the county council on this several times.
Yes,
And it's a procedural problem
yes.
in that these footpaths have been through the panel. It isn't a full committee of the county council, it's a panel. And as far as I'm aware, the panel has said that these should go onto the definitive map. Unfortunately, when you ask what the process is for taking that forward, you just get something about first come, first served, which isn't working, and restraints in budget and manpower. So it's really one for the county council.
That's exactly what if I interrupt you,
Yeah.
the county council there, and I will
I can
ask
answer
him,
that question.
you can ask yourself,
Yeah.
can you please, can you put a note on there, this young man asking this, can we come back to us as
I
a,
can answer him now.
Carry
The
on,
problem is, there is a massive backlog.
Yeah, I
We've
know.
gone in,
400 and something. Yeah.
I think there's 225 now. We had a meeting a committee meeting on Friday morning, and there's actually a backlog of 225 footpath, village green, whatever cases in there. Some of them are, like you say, very historic, 40. I mean, we did one on Friday that had been ongoing for 40 years. So it is a process. But what we are doing now, we're having more committee meetings to try and get through that backlog. Plus they have got more staff now as well.
Yeah, it isn't the meetings that's the problem. The panel, as far as I'm aware, has looked at these particular ones and said they should go onto the definitive map. It's just that the process for taking them forward isn't operating at all. It doesn't need to go to another committee, it just needs the officers of the county council to operate the procedures they say they're operating.
Right, okay.
you bring in my memory back because I remember dealing with it in 95 when I first
Now,
elected.
the reason I brought it here is, I'm talking specifically about 8 examples that were put forward by this parish council. So either this parish
Can I input you
council,
there? Would you like to get those 8 that are
Yeah,
quite
if you-
important?
Yeah,
Would you like
sure.
to pass the information on to Sue?
yeah, well, I can give you chapter and verse on what I've been told over the years as well, because although the one I'm particularly interested in, I'm interested in all of them, but the one I'm particularly interested in goes back to 1995, and people shouldn't assume that because it's that old, people aren't still interested.
Yeah, I think you'll find as well, if people put an application in for something like that, even if they become that they are no longer interested in seeing that through, the footpaths can't actually just go, oh no, we're not doing that now.
That's right, yeah.
Once it's actually gone into the
Yeah.
system, they do have to see it through to
Well,
fruition.
clearly they don't, but they should do.
Yeah, they should do.
Well, it is a fact, I believe, that there's probably 4 or 5 decisions made a year.
There's more now. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
slightly.
but those decisions, in
There's a
fairness,
lot of
Four
years.
decisions
Yeah,
were made
in
on
fairness-
Friday.
in fairness, the panel, since there was a directive from the Secretary of State, the panel have actually put them all through, and they've either been accepted or rejected. So it's gone to the panel, it's just the process in the county council.
Yes, it isn't there, is it?
But
No,
I
it
mean-
isn't there, no, and if you ask them what the process is,
So sorry to say that we got the young lady, the new councillor, and we got the old one here, and he should have done something as well. You don't mind me saying
yeah,
that.
anyway, I'll give you chapter and verse on it.
Okay, anyway,
But the council, this council, the parish council, should maintain an interest, because it's the parish council that put in the applications in the first place.
You will find mention of a number of the paths on the minutes.
Yeah.
It takes some time, don't get me wrong, we
Yeah.
do as many takings on the paths as they do, give results.
Well, I'll keep coming back and asking the question.
That's what you need
Yeah,
to do.
please, yeah.
okay, thank you very much,
Okay.
Joseph.
Just thinking about the wire rope slide on Plainfields, and several times it's been out of commission. Families use it because it's designed for families. So children who can go on their own do, and that leaves the smaller ones left out. So what do? They grab an able parent or a grandparent and they go on together. So I feel that rope should be more than strong enough to take an adult and a child.
So upgrade the wire.
There's wire about that you tow ships with, and it's no bigger than that wire up there. It's just getting the right one.
Yeah.
It might be more expensive, but if it doesn't break in the first 6 months, then it hasn't been expensive in the long run, has it? Sooner or later, someone's going to fall and hurt themselves, and then do the committee get a claim.
That's right.
The trouble is, Kev, I've seen 4 adults ride on that, it's not made for that.
No. But, you know, how many heads can hold so much stupid?
And anybody else?
It hasn't snapped.
Anybody else want to say anything?
Oh, thanks for all coming in.
Thanks for all coming, please keep coming, doesn't matter whatever happens, and I'd like to see you. No matter what position, whether you shout at me or not shout at me, please come. Thank you very much.